new study warns sea levels are rising in the south, accelerating rapidly.
Although at schools around the U.S., students throw away on average $4 million worth.
Across the Gaza Strip in particular, you can see those high concentrations of damage in northern Gaza and in the area around Gaza City. Overall, more than 40% of cropland has been damaged.
Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about the different perspectives on food waste. Have you ever heard that roughly a third of the world's food is wasted? That's about 1.3 billion tons a year. Food waste contributes a lot to consequences such as global warming. This could impact the world's food economy and the scarcity of food resources. Food wastage has become a significantly serious problem throughout the world, where unused food wasted and is thrown away into bins, including inedible parts and food which is expired. Food loss and food waste are components of food wastage. Food loss refers to crops left in a field, food that spoils in transportation, and all other food that doesn't make it to a store. However, food waste refers to food that is fit for consumption but consciously discarded at the retail. All in all, these issues plays a role contributing to food wastages, manipulating the agriculture economy, and also environmental degradation. Even though this is a significant problem, in the end, there are many different solutions to solve food wastage. We have conducted an interview with two local restaurants. The first restaurant named Yauti Kopitiam, which is well known for serving Malaysia and Chinese cuisine, and the other restaurant named Oriental Treasure, a restaurant opened by premier Chinese restaurant group in Malaysia serving fine Cantonese cuisine.
我觉得这个是每个人的课题啦，就是大家都会，全世界都在浪费食物，这个是无法避免的。我们只能减少那个浪费食物的量啦，不能完全没有掉这个浪费食物的行为。我觉得是比较难达到大家都不浪费食物啦，因为这种东西是很难去计算的。
看家庭里面，家庭主妇一般上家庭都是省的嘛。肯定要把它吃到完，才洗那个碗碟嘛。如果在餐厅，现在很少人打包的，吃不完就放下就走掉了，就买单就可以了。
是会有啦，就是有时候有些安迪吃的那个 portion 比较小一点，那有一些比较男生的话，他们 customer 就会吃到特别大，所以有时候我们会安迪 order 的时候会跟他们讲一下，哎，这个分量会有点大哦，需要帮忙减少这样子去衡量，大概衡量那个 customer 的 portion。
From our survey, we found out that 70.2% of the people pack their food in the restaurant if they can't finish their meal. Next, we will move into how restaurants manage their food waste.
他餐厅的经理他会问顾客为什么吃不完，然后他说吃得太撑了。有时候有些客人就是专门来吃我们的招牌东西，他来的时候他这样这个又想吃，那个又想吃，他点到整座桌子上，然后他就是吃不完的，一般上。
像把它变成员工餐，因为我们是多出来的食物嘛，会变成员工餐。再来就是捐给外面有需要的人呐，是好像有时候我们会多出来的几份炒面或炒饭，拿去给附近的 guard 要不要这样，或者是附近就是比较需要的流浪汉我们会捐给附近的人有些 customer 浪费的那种食物就没有办法了。
From the restaurants that we have interviewed, they usually throw away uneaten food by customers due to hygienic purposes. According to the National Institute of Health, the cause of food wastage is by taking large portions where it usually happens, especially in buffet restaurants. People take a large amount of food, not finishing them. creating even more food wastage. The shocking fact that a real case study says that a buffet restaurant in a 5-star international hotel in Malaysia found that an average of 1,100 grams of food waste per customer for lunch and 1,000 gram food waste per customer in dinner. Just a quick pause before we continue. We have created an Instagram page named Love Food Not Waste. It is used to help spread awareness of this growing issue. Here's one of the positive comments that we get. Be sure to follow our Instagram page for more updates. Here's a brochure prepared by us.
In our research, we found out one of many problems lies with the supply chain. From farms to supermarkets, food waste occurs at every stage. One major cause is overproduction. Farmers and producers often harvest more than needed to ensure that the supply harvested meets demand. But much of this surplus goes to waste, either due to unforeseen issues or unneeded amounts to be kept. Not only that, we also found that the home is also capable of creating food waste. Poor meal planning, over-purchasing and improper storage can lead to food spoiling before it's used. Restaurants and food services establishments can also contribute to the cause of food wastage. Portion sizes can be too much depending on the person ordered, leading to unfinished food. Additionally, high standards for food presentation or taste mean that edible food that doesn't meet expectations from pictures or reviews is often wasted. First, we should talk about the environmental impact as a consequence of food wastage. When the gathered food waste ends up in landfills, it decomposes and releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas. This means that wasted food is not just a waste of resources, but also a major contributor to the global warming. Talking about resource wasted, the production of food consumes a good amount of resources, water, energy, and labor. When food is wasted, all these resources are wasted too. For instance, it takes about 1,800 gallons of water to produce just 1 pound of beef, and 322 liters of water to produce 1 kg of vegetables. A recent study by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations estimates that 8% of the fish caught in the world's marine fisheries is discarded, about 78.3 million tons per year. Moreover, it affects the global economy. Food waste statistics shows that around a third of the world's food, which translates to about 1.3 billion tons, is wasted annually. Aside from the environmental impact, this food wastage costs around 750 billion annually to food producers. In total, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization claims that the monetary loss due to food waste around the world amounts to 940 billion annually. The solution to reduce food wastage can be various in different situations. Let's take 2 examples of different places. A restaurant setting and a home setting. In a restaurant setting, chefs should create a meal plan so you can estimate the food you will eat. Also, restaurants are required to know that customer preference should be observed and asked before cooking. Lastly, The government should implement a charging or penalty system which is high so that people in restaurants are strictly prohibited from wasting food. In a home setting, if there is food waste, research ways to convert it into things that save resources like food waste, fertilizer. Reducing food waste can be measured using 3R: reducing, reusing, and recycling. Cooking just enough food for everyone or for yourself in order to prevent wasting too much food and food resources. Lastly, to prevent food wastage of rotten food and food poisoning, use the food materials before they expire in order for a pleasant consumption of food without wasting it.
就是要呼吁大家的话，我是希望就是大家吃饭的时候可以吃自己所能的啦。这样，因为我看到还是蛮多人会有一个习惯，就是会点很多东西吃啊，尤其是跟几个朋友，然后会导致到吃不完的情况，然后就是这样，食物就是这样浪费掉啦。那我希望大家就是如果有机会可以出去吃还是什么的时候，就是尽量吃自己可以吃的量啊，然后也如果就是真的是吃不完，至少也做个打包什么之类的啊，我们就是从这点慢慢做起。
Feel free to check out our Instagram page for more information. Do aware and remind people around us to not waste food anymore. With the help of each and every one of you, we could stop food waste. Feel free to share our video and thanks for watching.